What's happening, PGA DFS fans? Welcome to golf's first major of the year. I always click up my little voice just a little bit as we get more and more excited, especially for the four biggest golf tournaments of the year. This week, the Masters. Some say it is the biggest week of the year. Most people, if you asked, or most golfers, if you asked what tournament they would like to win, the first one that they say is this one. Putting on that green jacket puts you in with some of the best champions of all time. And we're back, of course, at Augusta National Golf Club. We'll talk a little bit about that here in the PGA DFS course and player preview for this week's Masters Championship. It is presented by Yahoo Fantasy, which they have their biggest PGA DFS contest that they have had yet going on this week. I'll tell you about an Awesemo deal we've got going on with them. In addition to that, we have not one, but two, but three millionaire makers, and we're going to do our best this week to help you win one of them. Also, some other big contests throughout the sites across the industries. And of course, for all your betting needs, turn to our OddsShopper channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, not only to this one here, our Awesemo YouTube channel, but of course our OddsShopper channel on YouTube as well, where you're going to get all of your sports betting needs, especially this week here at the Masters. Okay, now let's jump in as we start off our course preview. It is Augusta National Golf Club. In my opinion, the best 18 holes of golf found anywhere in the world. A par 72 that's going to measure over 7,500 yards, especially with the new changes to the course, which we'll preview in just a little bit. Driving accuracy here, it is not that hard to find the fairways, coming in at 68.4% last year. It's a little bit higher, but the greens in regulation, typically when you have a high driving accuracy percentage, you have a higher greens in regulation. That is not the case here at Augusta. Very difficult greens, the most difficult on tour. You're going to hit those on average about 64% of the time. Those greens I just mentioned, they're about 6,000, little over square feet. They don't give us the exact measurements. They don't give us exact anything here at Augusta. Now, onto the hardest holes. Difficult hole last year, and it was changed. It was lengthened this year. They put about 50 yards in, but they also took down a lot of trees on the right-hand side. So golfers should be able to hit a couple more drivers, but overall, Tiger Woods was one of the only golfers that have been quoted that has played this change yet, and he absolutely loves it. So I expect if Tiger likes it, the rest of the field too as well. Other hard holes, the par 4 5th, one of the longest ones on the course, just about 500 yards. The par 4 17th with the difficult green, and the par 4 10th hole, obviously a very difficult hole to start that backside. All right, now let's go to the easiest holes. The four easiest holes are the 4 par 5s on the course, and they were the only ones last year to play under par. The easiest was the par 5 8th hole, followed by the par 5 2nd, the 13th, and the 15th. Again, the only holes that played under par. Let's go ahead and continue on. Now let's go over to a little bit of the DFS preview, if you will. What we can expect the winner to score this week and how we can expect our DraftKings lineups to shake out. First off, 118 points put up by Hideki Matsuyama, last year's winner. The average top 10 score, 90.68. That's right around roughly of what we had last week and most other weeks on the PGA Tour. But here's where it changes. The average top 10 salary, $8,500, one of the highest we've had all year. And the average ownership pushed 15% of the golfers that finished in the top 10 last year. So a lot of chalk, playing well at this golf course. It is a pretty standard thing each and every year. It's just that when you get the best players in the world coming here, we expect them to play well. Typically they do, and typically the golfers that are higher owned perform even better, as this golf course, again, it's in its own animal. Okay, moving on. Speaking of this golf course, bent grass greens throughout the entire golf course. How do you win here? Well, you need your entire game. You can't just rely on strokes gained off the tee or strokes gained off the approach or around the green or putting. You need your entire game to be able to win here. So I call it the whole bag approach, or the through the bag approach. And for the approach yardages, though, those that are good with their 150 to 175 yard clubs and 175 to 200, so call the little most 7 to 4 irons or 4 to 7 irons if you want to go there. Golfers that are good with those clubs will have an advantage. About 45 roughly percent of the approach shots will come from those distances this week. All right, now let's talk about the players. It was going to be that are playing this week. It was going to be 90, but JJ Spawn winning the Valero Texas Open. Good for him at 13 under par. He will make 91 golfers, one of the biggest fields that we've had in quite some time. All 10 of the world's top 10 golfers are here to compete as of right now. I Hideki Matsuyama, questionable. We go to the top 50 in the world. Well, we are missing a couple. Phil Mickelson's not here. Harris English is not here. So a couple of guys that are ranked inside the top 50 that won't be competing this week. Of course, Hideki Matsuyama, Abraham Answer, both withdrew last week. We'll make sure that they are set and ready to go for this week's Masters Championship. All right, now on to my first clicks. We're going to be having a plethora of amazing content this week for the Masters. Some new stuff, of course, some of our regular stuff, and some old stuff that we're going to be bringing back. So plenty more to come, but here are the first clicks that I've started with. At the top, I'm going with Cameron Smith. I don't think there's a better player in the world right now than Cameron Smith. I know that's hard to say. Scotty Scheffler's ranked number 1, but Cameron Smith also already has 3 top 10s at this golf course and a second place finish. So I think he's primed and ready to take that next step. Just struggles with driving accuracy a little bit, and that shouldn't get him into too much trouble here. So Cameron Smith, I know he's only 14-1, but when we look at his Yahoo price, $41, and DraftKings price, $9,900, I like him quite a bit. Now, my middle guy that I'm going to pick, next guy probably would be Jordan Spieth, but we follow a top, a middle, and a long shot here. Give me Louis Oosthuizen. Now, I know he hasn't had a great season yet, but certainly on my Yahoo lineups, coming in at $36 seems like great value. 45-1 to win his first Masters and $8,900 on DraftKings. Again, I like Louis Oosthuizen for that middle shot. Now, when we go to the long shot, I went really deep here. I went into the 250-1 plus guys. Now, I don't think any of these guys can win this tournament like maybe, say, JJ Spawn did this week. I think he was at least over 100-1 at minimum. I don't think he can win, but I like Sepp Straka quite a bit compared to the other golfers that are priced in this range. He's playing good golf, and he's found his swing recently. Plus, he's a University of Georgia grad, so he shouldn't be too unfamiliar with this track around here. So Sepp Straka coming in at the minimum price on Yahoo, $20, 250-1 to win on the odds, and $6,600 on DraftKings. All right, that is going to do it here for my PGA DFS course and player preview for the Masters, the first major championship of the year in the golfing world. We'll have 3 more, of course, after this. And great time to tell you now about our Awesemo deal we've got going on at Yahoo. If you have not signed up over on Yahoo to play in their fantasy sports contest, this is the week. First off, you're going to get a 10K to first contest for PGA DFS. If you want to enter that, you haven't signed up for Yahoo, what you're going to do is sign up, deposit, enter that contest, and you're going to get a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. That's going to give you access to all of the sports that we cover here. You're going to get it for free for a month. Now, if you want to get started before Thursday, if you don't get your email from Yahoo before then, send an email to support@awesemo.com and they will get you squared away. So stay tuned with us. Again, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channels this week so you get notified when this content comes live. If you guys haven't already figured it out, I am quite excited for this week. Trying to look as dapper as possible. I shaved. I'm getting my hair cut. Might even look like I already have it now. So all of those that you follow me, let's enjoy the week. Let's get a big win this week here at one of my favorite weeks of the year. Until next time, everybody, stay tuned, of course, for my PGA DFS top 5 sleepers and value video, plus so much more. Good luck this week at the Masters, and we'll see you on the other side, everybody. Cheers.